Namaskar, myself Vaishnavi Bhasavan. Today's topic is carbohydrates. Most easiest and most complicated topic. We all know that. So the carbohydrates are the most abundant biomolecule on the earth. Every year, photosynthesis is done by the plant which leads to the 1,000 metric tons or billion metric tons of CO2 and H2O converts to cellulose and other plant. The glycoconjugated proteins. What are they? The glycogen. Glycogen means the carbohydrates which join with proteins are known as glycoproteins. And what about the lipids? When the glycogen or the carbohydrates join with lipids are glycolipids. We all know the three types of carbohydrates: monosaccharide, disaccharide and polysaccharide. What are monosaccharide? They are the single sugar molecule like us. What are the monosaccharides? They are single sugar molecules. And disaccharide, the two monosaccharides single molecules binds together with the covalent bond forms disaccharide. So what are the polysaccharides? Simple. The long chain of the single monosaccharide joins together of the range to the thousands or the lakhs together are known as polysaccharide. The simplest sugar molecule are the monosaccharide. Are either in aldehyde or ketone with the hydroxyl group. Monosaccharides are colorless and crystalline solids that are freely soluble in water but insoluble in non-polar solvents. Most of the monosaccharide have sweet taste like glucose, sucrose, fructose. The backbone of monosaccharide molecules are unbranched carbon chains which all the carbon atoms are linked by the single bonds. Let's study the structure of monomers, the single sugar molecules, singles like us. First, we will make the chart, the classification chart, so we will be getting the easiest way to study the carbohydrates, its types, its classification, various. So this is the classification, like carbohydrates are divided into monosaccharide, disaccharide and polysaccharide. Okay. Monosaccharide have two classifications, that is aldehyde and ketone. So first we will start with aldehyde. Aldehyde carbon atoms of 3 carbon atoms. First is glyceraldehyde. Four carbon compounds are erythrose, triose. 5 carbon atoms: ribose, arabinose, xylose. 6 most common: glucose. We'll start with ketone. The 3 carbon atoms of ketone group is dihydroacetone. 4 carbon atoms are erythrose. 5 carbon atoms are ribulose. And 6th 6 carbon atoms are fructose. Disaccharide carbohydrates are lactose, sucrose, and maltose. Polysaccharide have two types, homosaccharide and heterosaccharide. In the homosaccharide there are branched polysaccharide or the unbranched polysaccharide. Unbranched polysaccharide are chitin or you can call as chitin. Okay, and the branched polysaccharide are cellulose. Unbranched polysaccharide are glycogen. So while starting or reading the carbohydrates or learning the carbohydrates, this classification is very important. This will help you to learn, remind all the carbohydrates, all the types of the carbohydrates, is use its action with all the types, with all the carbon atoms attached to it. Okay. Let's study with the structure classification of carbohydrates. We will start with monosaccharide, the singles. This is the 3 carbon atom compound. First is glyceraldehyde, that is the aldehyde group, and second dihydroxyacetone, that is ketone group. Okay, first look at the glyceraldehyde structure. Always remember the CHO, that is the aldehyde group, present at the last or the first carbon atom is the aldehyde group. Okay, and the CO, it is the carboxyl group, will be present middle of the any monosaccharide is known as the ketone group. Look at this circle molecule, CHO, starting from first, or you can say the third carbon, it is the aldehyde group, or in the middle of any carbon, it is ketone group. Let's take the another example of 6 carbon compound, that is the glucose of aldehyde group and fructose of ketone group. I have marked the first carbon of glucose, that is the aldehyde group, and the third carbon of fructose, that is the ketone group. What is the D-stereoisomerase? All carbohydrates have the chiral group, that is the chiral conformation. It can turn or move from left to right and right to left. When the carbon atom moves from the left to right, it is D conformation, and right to left it is L conformation. Look at the third carbon of glucose. Left hand side it is OH group attached, and right hand side it is hydroxyl group attached. Hydrogen group attached. Always remember, in D conformation of any aldehyde, monosaccharide or disaccharide, it is the third carbon of any aldehyde. The OH group will be attached to the left hand side or the left covalent bond, and right hand side there will be hydrogen bond. And always remember, in the ketone group, first and last carbon will be CH2OH, always. When aldehyde reacts with alcohol, it gives rise to hemiacetyl, and ketone reacts with alcohol, give rise to hemiketyl. Both reactions are reversible. These are the example. Now we will study Hayward formula, how it is arranged the glucose or any kind of monomers or molecules to form the 3D structure of carbohydrates. Look at the first structure, it is Fischer projection structure, the skeletal one. We will convert it to the 3D structure using the Hayward formula. Okay, look at the structure. The first carbon, it is the CHO, and the fifth carbon, that is the CH2O. Okay. In this second diagram, for the conversion of the skeletal form into the 3D structure, we will going to do, see the oxygen group. It is going to attach with the first carbon and the fifth carbon. Okay, look at the structure. And the OH group of the fifth carbon is going to attach to the first carbon. Okay. See the first carbon structure. Okay, the OH group going to attach to the first carbon, and the oxygen group is going to bind or make the circular formation of the first carbon and the fifth carbon atom. As the 3D structure will form, the left side atoms will come inside the circular formation, and all the right side hydroxyls are going to outside the molecules or the circular formation of the 3D structure. Let's take the D-fructose structure. Look at the structure. It is a 6-carbon compound which is the ketone group attached to it on the second carbon. Okay. As I said, in the ketone group, it will always be CH2OH on the first and the last carbon atom. And also in the stereoisomerase formula, the third carbon will always be attached OH on the left side and hydrogen group on the right side. Look at the structure of D-fructose of the Fischer projection formula. It is the skeletal structure, and it is made to Hayward projection formula like the oxygen of this second carbon atom and sixth carbon atom. Second carbon atom and the fifth carbon atom are joined together with the oxygen molecule on the second carbon atom. Okay. And the OH group of the fifth carbon atom will attach to the second carbon atom, and the structure will look like this. Look at the structure. Second and fifth carbon atom are attached together with the oxygen molecule of the second carbon atom, and the fifth carbon atom OH group will attach to the second carbon atom. And the formation of Hayward projection, the 3D structures look like this. Why it is the alpha and beta is mentioned in this. The CH2OH group and the OH group are attached together with the covalent bond, and the 3D structure of this when this CH2OH will in the upper position and OH will be in the lower position in any ketone group, it will known as the alpha position. Okay, and if the CH2OH group, it will be in the lower position and OH group will attach in the upper position, is known as the beta configuration group. Also, you can remember in these ways the CH2OH group and this CH2OH group of the first carbon and the last carbon attached or in the symmetrical way, and when it is in opposite formula, it will known as the beta group, and it will be in the same formula, it is known as the alpha group. So this is how disaccharide formation takes place. We take the first example of maltose, how it is formed. Okay, we take the alpha D glucose and beta D glucose react together to form the maltose. But how? When the H2O molecules are removed from both the H group of alpha glucose and the OH molecule of beta glucose is removed and formed together as the condensation molecule. So this is how the disaccharide formation takes place. We took the first example as the maltose. There is 2 glucose, that is alpha D glucose and beta D glucose, comes together as the condensation reaction, that is H2O molecule removes from this both carbon atoms, the glucose atoms forms together as the chain formation which gives rise to the maltose. But how? The H group of alpha glucose and the OH group of beta glucose are removed and the chain formation takes place. And this chain formation leads to the maltose. This is how the maltose formation takes place. Let's take the second example of disaccharide, that is the lactose. Okay, the one beta D glucose and second beta D glucose comes together and the condensation reaction forms the chain between them. The formation is lactose. See, the chain formation is between the first carbon atom and the fourth carbon atom. That's why the name is 1 to 4 beta conformation. The chain formation between first and the fourth carbon atom of the beta group, that is beta D glucose and beta D glucose, forms the lactose atom. That's why the name is 1 to 4 beta. Further, we take the second example of disaccharide, that is the glucose. Let's say this third example of disaccharide, that is the sucrose. One alpha glucose and second is the beta fructose condense together forming the chain between
the amylose is the starch contain two types of glucose polymer, amylose and amylopectin. The former consists of the long unbranched chain of D-glucose connected by alpha 1 to 4 linkage and the branch connected by alpha 1 to 6 linkage.
Of alpha glucose and the first carbon atom of the beta fructose leads to the formation of sucrose.
Disaccharide and polysaccharide linkage are similar. Only the difference is the disaccharide do not have the branch chain. It only linear formation and it is of only 2 monosaccharides. But in polysaccharide there are branch formation which leads to alpha or beta 1 to 6 linkage, and there are different types of monosaccharides. This is how the homopolysaccharide and heteropolysaccharide are classified, unbranched and branched. In heteropolysaccharide, two monomers type unbranched. Look at the color formation, which indicates there are two types of monomers attached together as the heteropolysaccharide and multipolysaccharide. Glycogen is the main storage polysaccharide of an animal cells. Glycogen is the polymer of alpha 2 4 linkage and subunit of glucose with branch alpha 2 1 to 6 linkage. And the chitin is the linear homopolysaccharide composed of the N-acetyl glucoamine residue of beta linkage. The structure is shown in video. This is the homework for everyone for the practice of Fischer projection to the Haber formula as the 3D structure of every monosaccharide, that is the any aldehyde group attached or ketone group attached. Make the formula to Haber 3D structure so you can easily study and perform carbohydrates. These are some methods for carbohydrate analysis. You can go through and ask any doubt you if you don't understand the classification and the arrangement in the comment section, or you can answer me any doubts on my Instagram Life Science and Earth page.